Hi and welcome back. Let's test out Mondeluz 72. It's a set of watercolor pencils from Koh-I-Noor, and they are not super expensive, but they're art quality. And unlike what you see, I actually do like these. I just haven't used them anywhere as much as I should. There are some of them that haven't been sharpened even yet. And what I have used has been mostly in the greens and a brown. This one has a breaking issue. I hope we're past it. This set has had a little bit of a hard life along with my cats. It's one of the set of pencils that were a cat we had. She used to dislike my pencils and just jump on the pans and kick them off the table. So these have been flying around. So if there's breakage problem with them, I blame the cat. I have no idea if that is the cause or if it is a brand thing. I can't tell. I don't want to blame a brand poorly because something happened in my house that could have ruined them. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know how the breakage is. This particular color has been an issue. The rest I haven't sharpened enough to really tell. The ones I have sharpened have had no problems, only that one color. So I want to use them, and I want to actually do a proper test of them. So I found a reference photo that I wanted to draw, and this is quite frankly, I've been lazy today, so I haven't sketched it out. I have just traced it on, but it was actually the original photo is one I have taken, and this was what was left when I cropped it. It is of a pheasant, male pheasant, that was running around on the field where we keep the horses last spring, and he was really showing off right until I brought out the camera and he goes, "What's that?" And then he flew over quite far, so I had to use my zoom lens, and he was like this little in a whole photo, and zooming in there wasn't much left. So, but I thought, hey, I'm gonna do it anyways, because at least then it's a quick little drawing I can do. This is Pastel Mat I picked out for this because that's what I've used lately for watercolor pencils. So to make a fair comparison to the rest I've done, that's the paper I use. And I have on purpose used the part that is a little dirty here because I want to see how well they cover actually. So let's just get to it. Okay, so it is now dry and done. I really like these pencils. I used 10 colors. That's kind of standard, I guess. It's a little different how many colors I use in a drawing, but between 10 and 20 is probably the average. Depends a little. If I have some that's close and stuff, I sometimes use more. But I had no problem finding the colors I needed in this set. I have sharpened all of them to get the details done at the end, and that went without a problem. I did that in one of the drying pauses. They layer nice, they dissolve nice, and if you're not rubbing too hard with the brush, you can just kind of soften the details if you wanted to do that. This ivory was a little bit on the very soft side, but it helped when I sharpened it. I think it might be my own fault, because I think I either dipped it in water and used it once, or I used it directly on wet paper. And even though that's one of the ways, or two of the ways, you can use watercolor pencils, I tend not to do it because it leaves the core kind of vulnerable and a little bit crumbly and soft afterwards. I don't like to do it. I like to apply it to the paper and then wet it there, or scribble it out on a palette on the side and then wet it there. I don't like my pencils to get wet. If you dip them in water and you get water up on the wood, you risk that the glue that holds the pencil together dissolves and splits. I do not have good results with any kind of watercolor pencils and making the pencil itself wet first. But yeah, they were super nice to work with. They covered nice. That the blemish here at the edge is covered up. The white is maybe not quite as opaque as somebody might want, but I found it easy enough to do the highlights with and stuff, so for my use it's good enough. And for the price range of these, I don't want to go too much into the details about pricing, because it is very different from one place to another. They were very accessible here in terms of price. Yeah, Mondeluz, way to go. Koh-I-Noor, absolutely. Let me zoom out because this is a little too tight. A brand I in general quite like. It's for their price range, they're top of the line. Absolutely awesome products for what you pay. Yes, I could compare them to other brands that cost a lot more, but I don't want to, because it's, well, I could. I think they actually stand up quite nicely to some of the other brands. I had the feeling if nobody had told me and stuff, and if I couldn't tell the difference by looking at them, I would actually have thought that I was using maybe something like, what's it called? Albert Dürer from Faber-Castell. They're not quite as good, but they got kind of the same feeling. And I like the color range of these two. There's both bright and earth tone colors in here. And I'm really unhappy with myself that I haven't used them more. So, yeah. And there's a reason why I haven't gone through the whole thing about the size and the cores and all that. Because there's lots of YouTubers who have reviewed these and have gone through core sizes and whatnot for these, so I don't feel like I have to do this. I will say that one thing maybe if I have to say anything negative. They feel a little thin in my hand. I like thick pencils. But that's really it, and that's a matter of taste. I'm quite happy how this little drawing turned out. So, yeah, I think maybe I'll toss it in the scanner, and you can get it as a sticker on Redbubble in a bit. So thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and come back for more. I got loads more stuff to try out.